What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I'm delighted because we finally actually know all 16 of the cards from the yellow Digimon starter deck. Over the last couple of days I've shown you all the cards in the blue deck and all the cards in the red deck. I was becoming concerned that I wouldn't be able to show you all the cards in the yellow deck. Well, great news! They've all gone and been revealed. So now I can show you. And I'm kind of delighted about this. Once again, massive shout outs to all the regular people over on the Digimon group. Vincent, Rekfan, for going ahead and making the proxies that we have to use in videos like this. Don't love using English proxies, but it's too hard to find a Japanese version, so we're going to have to roll with it for now. And to Jason Snowjacks for providing the translations. Absolutely lovely dude. And Derek Claren for uploading them onto the Google Doc to make it nice and easy for me. So, what do we have? Well, we have ourselves one Digitama, one baby Digimon. It is Tokamon. And during your turn, once per turn, so it is limited, when an opponent's Digimon is destroyed by having its power lowered to 0, this Digimon gains 1000 power for this turn. Now, it is an inheritable skill, so it works on any Digimon that evolves from this, which is rather nice. And this is something that yellow decks do. We're going to see it with Seraphamon later on. So you lower power to 0, you gain 1000 power. It's not always going to work, if I'm honest with you. It's not always going to work perfectly, but if we compare it to some of the others, I like it quite a bit. I mean, compared to Sunomon, you get an extra 1000 DP when it battles an opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources. I think Tokamon is going to work a little bit more often. Moving into level 3 Digimon, we have ourselves 3 options, and the first one of which is Salamon. 2 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, and it's got 3000 power. It's a vanilla character, so that's it. 2 to play normally, 0 to evolve, 3000 power. If you'd like a bit more power, might I suggest you have a look at Tapamon, which is a 3 cost to play normally, still 0 to evolve, with 4000 power. So, yeah, this is a bit better a lot of the time. Unless you're really worried that you're going to be playing it alone and you really don't want to pay the extra memory, this is probably the better option. If you want to get yourself an inheritable skill, might I suggest Patamon? I like Patamon, he's kind of adorable. 3 cost to play normally, 0 to evolve, they're all 0 to evolve, the level 3s. 1000 power, which is extremely weak. But during your turn, limited to once per turn, if an opponent's Digimon's power becomes 0 and is destroyed, you gain a memory. Now, clearly we know that we want to be doing that, that's a good thing. And we already know that we're getting a bonus from Tokamon by reducing their power to 0. Now we can do it and get extra memory, and extra memory is good. Extra memory means you can play one more card before you pass it to your opponent. Or it means that you are passing it to your opponent with 1 less memory for them than they would otherwise have. And then they're probably passing it to you with 1 more memory than you would otherwise have had. I will say I don't have time to go through the full rules in this video, though I'll remind you of a few, but I have done a full-on Learn to Play guide. I will link it in the description so you can go through that one at your leisure. I'm kind of proud of that video. Moving on into level 4 Digimon, we have 3 options. First of all, we've got Angemon. Angemon is a 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve. All the level 4s are 2 cost to evolve. And it's got 4000 power. Now, I like this, but this is very much an early game mon. Because when you're attacking, if you've got 4 or more security cards, you gain 1 memory. Yes, that's right, we're back to gaining memory. That's a very good thing. We've talked about gaining memory. Gaining memory is good. But you start off with 5 securities, and as soon as 2 are knocked off, this stops working. And remember, it's an inheritable skill, so you don't get it on the level 4. You only get it once you've evolved up into the level 5. which is not ideal, if I'm honest with you. But if you can get it up and rolling quickly enough, it's good. Now, there is a recover mechanic in the game, whereby you put extra security cards down, and if you can make a good deck with that, beautiful. Love it. If you can get this rolling early, or if you've got lots of recover, this is a great option. If you want to go a bit more vanilla, you can in fact have a look at Gatomon, and it is 1 cheaper to play normally, 4 rather than 5, and it gains 1,000 power, it's up at 5,000 rather than 4. But that's all it does. It's a vanilla card. There's no inheritable skill, there's no non-inheritable skill, that's all we get. But does it matter, really? Because you're a more powerful Digimon and you're cheaper. Great before you evolve up, less so when you do. And then we've got Unimon, which has a direct parallel in both of the other 2 decks. 5 cost to play normally, 2 to evolve, they're all 2 to evolve, remember, 6,000 power, so it is the most powerful of the level 4s, and it's got blocker. Anytime your opponent tries to attack either one of your Digimon or your security stack, you can go ahead and rest this and then make it the subject of the attack. Use it to protect one of your other resting Digimon. Use it to stop your opponent getting rid of a security card. That's a good thing. Especially if they've got security attack plus whatever, and then instead of going after your security attack multiple times, they're just going after your 1 blocker. Although do remember that all of these blockers, when they attack, they give up 2 memory. So if you attack with Unimon when you've got 1 or 0 memory, you will be passing the turn over to your opponent. But this isn't really an attacking Digimon. That's not the point of Unimon. The point of Unimon is that it sits there to protect your other Digimon and your security stack. It is not supposed to be there to be some big powerful attacker. Magna-Angemon? Is that how you pronounce that one? Let's go for that one. We're moving up into level 5s now. We've got 2 options for level 5. It is a 7 cost to play normally, so we're getting expensive. 3 cost to evolve, but both the level 5s are 3 cost to evolve. And it has an inheritable skill whereby when you are attacking, you remove 1,000 power from one of your opponent's Digimon for the turn. Well, we've already seen things like Tokamon. If you destroy a Digimon by lowering its power to 0, you gain 1,000 DP. And we've already seen Patamon. If an opponent's DP becomes 0 and is destroyed, you get +1 memory. So now we're looking at a card which can help you to achieve that. And there are such a thing as 1,000 DP Digimon. And it is important that it's -1,000 DP to one of your opponent's Digimon. It does not have to be the one you are attacking, so you can attack one while reducing the power of another and potentially getting bonuses from other of your Digimon. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Though do remember it's an inheritable skill on a level 5, so you don't actually get it working until you become a level 6. So you're going to be waiting a little while. If you prefer, you could go for Anger Woman. And we got the same 7,000 power, the same 3 to evolve, but it's a 6 cost to play normally. But there's no inheritable skill, just a skill that comes in when you play it. Or when you evolve into it. And this is important to note. This is a skill that works when you evolve. If you play it down paying the 6 cost to play on its own, you do not get this skill. It's only when you evolve. Though you could evolve from a level 4 that had just been played down normally, you don't have to evolve all the way up. When the number of your security is 3 or less, recover 1. Now, there's a little bit of question as to exactly how this works, translations, etc. But it seems to be basically if you play it and you've got security 3 or less, you recover 1. So, if you evolve up when you've got 4+ security, nothing happens. But bearing in mind, you play this, go back to 4 security, and then you attack, bearing in mind that you've evolved from Angemon, and now you get the +1 memory, because you've gone from 3 to 4 memory, and that then puts Angemon's ability back into play. That's a very good thing. You can see that both the level 5s, they have different combos depending on how you're playing. That makes me kind of excited. Looking at the level 6s, we've got the usual vanilla one that we've seen in the other decks. It is Magnadramon. Let's go for that. 10 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, so it's actually going back to a level 4 cost of evolution, but it's just a vanilla 12,000 power. And it's good, it's 12,000 power, and you might have evolved it from others to get their inheritable skills, but it brings in no skill of its own. One thing that is very interesting, remember that the memory gauge has a hard cap of 10. That means that if it's your go first, and you're on 0 memory, you can play this, and you would give your opponent the maximum 10 memory, but you would be able to play this on your first turn going first, get a really powerful Digimon down straight away. Far better, however, is Seraphimon, who I think might be my favourite card I've seen so far. It is a 12 cost to play normally, which is huge, a 4 cost to evolve, which is huge, a 10,000 power, which for a level 6 is not high, but when you attack, you choose one of your opponent's Digimon and it gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn. To put that into context, in this deck, all 3 of the level 3s and 1 of the level 4s have 4,000 power or less. And they would just be taken off the board with this. And remember that when they're taken off the board, Tokemon's ability comes in. And Patamon's ability comes in. This is ridiculous. I've been privy to this on the tutorial app. And to put it bluntly, if you get an early Seraphimon, you can just wipe your opponent's board. Because you attack taking out either a blocking Digimon or a security, and you also take out one of their other Digimon, and that's a little bit ridiculous. This is, I think, the best skill we've seen in the game so far. I think it's a little bit broken. It's ridiculous. Because a lot of the time, you will actually be taking out one of your opponent's Digimon as an ancillary to the actual attack. And while we're talking about best here, I think this is the best of the tamers we've seen in the starter decks. It's Takeru Takaishi. It's a 2-cost tamer like all of them, and during your opponent's turn, all of your security Digimon get plus 2,000 DP. And I like this better than the other tamers. Because you see, every time your opponent attacks your stack, one of 2 things happens. An optional tamer card comes out and the security skill activates, or a Digimon comes out and you compare powers, and now the security Digimon is always destroyed, but the attacking Digimon is destroyed if the security is a higher or equal power. Remember that these tamer cards stack. And if you get 4 of these dudes out, your security cards have plus 8,000 power, which means any Digimon attack in the stack is basically going down. But remember that if your opponent's got extra security attacks, they don't happen if the Digimon is destroyed. So they can have security attack plus 4. If they get destroyed, they only get the 1 attack. So you're probably taking out your opponent's Digimon and you're stopping their security attacks. This is, for my money, the best of the tamers. Moving into the option cards, we've got 4 options. See what I did there? Gate of Destiny is a 1-cost option card that just gives one of your Digimon an extra 3,000 power this turn. It's fine. It's alright. It's a nice little boost. Though it is a little bit out of character for the yellow deck, it's something we'd usually see in red. But the security skill here is basically broken. For this turn, all of your Digimon and security Digimon gain an extra 5,000 DP, and then you add it to your hand so you can use it next turn. Yeah, it's another way. I mean, this is just going to stop your opponent in their tracks. If this comes out as a security card, if they're attacking one of your Digimon, gutted. If they're attacking a security, gutted. And it's not just this attack, it's for the rest of the turn. It's a bit nuts. Heaven's Charm is a 2-cost option card, and it gives one of your opponent's Digimon minus 2,000 power for the turn. And that might be enough to destroy some of them, or it might be enough to destroy them alongside Magnarangamon, or alongside Seraphimon. Yeah, this is nice. You can either lower their power so that when you attack them they go down, or you can lower their power so that you can then destroy them using a skill and then activate your other skills. It is perfectly in keeping with the deck. If it comes out as a security card, then you add it to your hand. It doesn't do anything now, but it's in your hand ready to go next turn. Fire Tornado is a 2-cost option card. You choose one of your opponent's Digimon, and until the end of your opponent's turn, it gets security attack -3. It's alright, but it's extremely specific. Because if you're not playing against Digimon that have extra security attack, it doesn't do anything. And that's kind of rubbish. So I'll be honest with you, there are plenty of times that this is going to be a dead card in your hand. Against a deck with lots of security card attacking, yes! But otherwise, meh. As a security, it puts all of your opponent's Digimon to security attack -1. And again, this could be good, but if they don't have extra security attacks, it's pointless. And it's there and then. You don't get to decide when to do it. So it could be awesome, but it could actually be a bit pointless. And finally, a 7-cost option card, Seven Heavens. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -10,000 DP until the end of turn. And as a security effect, you activate the effect. Now this I love. And I like this more than Gaia Force over in the red deck. Now there are going to be some Digimon with more than 10,000 power this doesn't destroy. But remember, you've still got things like Magnarangamon or Seraphimon that can take them down. But the difference here is you've got those abilities like Patamon, which will activate when you reduce the power down to 0. And this is a way which is going to almost guarantee you can do that when you want to. No actual guarantee. It might not work, but oh my goodness, a lot of the time it's going to. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the entire yellow deck. And it was the one I was least excited about going in. Honestly, coming out, it's the one I'm most excited about. I think it's got the best level 6 Digimon. It's got the best Tamer. And it is going to wreck your opponent's board several times. And I enjoy that. But I'd like to know what you think about this and about all the Digimon stuff, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at TheWossy, where we talk Transformers and Digimon and Final Fantasy and all kinds of fun games. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.